Greetings, roller coaster fanatics, and welcome out to a park prediction. So we did Cedar Fair last week, and I decided to switch the SeaWorld and Six Flags since, of course, most of the SeaWorld parks have announced what they got or what they're getting for next year. But there's still some parks that in the chain that have not actually announced what they're getting. So that's what this video is for. Plus, the Six Flags announcement isn't until September 1st, so we still got some time to make some predictions. So here we go. SeaWorld Entertainment, we're including the SeaWorld parks and the Busch Gardens parks, so there's 5 parks to do predictions for. Let's get started. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to start with the SeaWorld parks and then move up to the Busch Gardens parks, since the Busch Gardens parks are kind of more the flagship parks than the SeaWorld parks. Here we go. So we're going to start with the smallest park and work our way up to the flagship park. Here we go. So we have SeaWorld San Diego, located in, of course, San Diego, California. And they basically have announced what they're getting. They're getting a flat rides expansion next year. They're getting about 5 new flat rides next year, which is overall really nice. They're getting a wave swinger themed to jellyfish. That would be really cool. They're also getting 3 other ones that I'm not sure, but the main one is a dark ride. It'll be called the Ocean Explorer, and it'll be a nice dark ride. So that's very awesome that SeaWorld is including thrill seekers with the dark ride and then having stuff for the families like the wave swinger, and maybe we'll find out what the other 3 new attractions are. We don't know what they are. I can for sure tell you that it's not going to be a roller coaster, but it's going to be a nice flat ride expansion because this park definitely needs it. Okay, it's time for SeaWorld San Antonio, and this SeaWorld park is getting a roller coaster next year. I see one of 2 possibilities coming to this park. The main one that I see coming to this park is basically the Rescue Coaster. It is called the Wave Breaker The Rescue. It's like a family motorbike coaster of some sort. SeaWorld hasn't really put any details in this. They're trying to keep it under wraps. We all know that this coaster is going to eventually, I think, be going to all 3 SeaWorld parks. It is going to be around $18 million, and I think and I don't know what the manufacturer is. And I think it's the first design and the first coaster will go to SeaWorld San Antonio. They're definitely due for a roller coaster. The other possibility, which I don't think really will happen, is the B&M wing track that's located up at the Ohio plant might be for SeaWorld San Antonio. I don't think that's possible. I think the Rescue Coaster is more likely to come to this park than the B&M wing coaster. We'll have to see where that goes. It's probably for another park that we don't know yet. But I really just see this park getting the Wave Breaker The Rescue Coaster. It's going to be a nice family coaster for the park. Alrighty, now let's go to SeaWorld Orlando. What I think they're getting? Not really anything. They just installed a big B&M Hyper at the park Mako. So I think they're going to take a year off. They're going to relax, maybe improve some landscaping or add a new show. So they're taking down the Orca show there. All the SeaWorld parks will be doing that as well. But I really just see this being a relaxing year for this park. Maybe we'll see something like I just said, a new show, but no big flat ride or anything like that. Just park improvements. Okay, so let's move on to the Busch Garden parks. Let's start with Busch Gardens Williamsburg. We know what they're getting. They're getting a GCI Woody called Invader. This is Busch Gardens Williamsburg's first wooden coaster to come to this park, which it's about time they get a wooden coaster. I'm actually very excited for this. A lot of people are kind of underwhelmed about this, but in my opinion, it looks great. I still think it's going to be a decent ride. Of course, they're trying to more make it towards the families. They're trying to go for that 42-inch height limit and not the 48-inch like Verbolten. So they want something that's better, that's more thrilling than Grover's Alpine Express, but they still want something that's in between that and just below Verbolten. So that's what this coaster is. That's why it doesn't look as tall or as insane. But I still think it's going to be a great ride. It's great that this park is getting a wooden coaster. It's not really complete wood. It's still got a steel structure, and that's due to sound regulations and the resort nearby. But still, they're getting a wooden coaster next year, and that does it for roller coasters coming to the SeaWorld parks. But we have one more park to talk about, the flagship park, Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, the park that gets over 4 million people a year. This park is huge. It's been getting a lot of upgrades. This park, I think, will be either getting a new show next year, or we'll just see a flat rides family package. I don't see anything happening to Gwazi. It might get GCI, but that's so way out there. That's taking a big risk and saying GCI just might and redo their own coaster. Yeah, I really don't see anything. I think the park is going to have a break because they've been adding a lot of rides. I mean, they added Falcon's Fury, I think, back in 2014 or 2015. And then, of course, they added Cobra's Curse in 2016. They might get maybe a dark ride or a flat ride, but I just see this park mainly getting just taking a break. Like SeaWorld Orlando, they just got a big, brand new roller coaster, and now they're going to take a break. Maybe they will add a new show or something like that. So that is it. They only have 5 parks, so of course this park predictions is not that big. But thank y'all for watching so much. If you think one of the parks is going to get something that I didn't say, post your thoughts down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. That's all, folks. And as always, roller coaster fanatics, keep coasting.